Councilmember Rick Cole here. No regular meeting of the City Council this week because of the Monday Memorial Day holiday, but City Council committees are meeting. I serve on 3 of the 6, on Finance, on our newest committee, Housing, Homelessness, and Planning, as well as the Municipal Services Committee. And that committee was originally scheduled to approve this massive document, the 550-page 2025 Urban Water Management Plan. Luckily, our chairman, my colleague Justin Jones, has postponed approval of this massive document to give us more time to, you'll forgive the water pun, absorb what's in this document. But nonetheless, I wanted to share with you a couple of takeaways and encourage you to participate in our discussion about the future of water in our community. I've asked 14 specific questions about this document, but really the most important takeaway is, what does it look like for the next 25 years? Will we have enough water in the face, particularly of climate change? The document is pretty optimistic. Prepared by consultants, it says we can rely on the Metropolitan Water District to continue to supply 50 to 60% of our water demand for residents and businesses, and that our own groundwater basin, which has been sinking in recent decades because of too much pumping, that can be relied on for the other 40 or so percent of the water that we use every year, even in drought years. I'm not as optimistic as the consultants. When we look at the sources of our external water, which come through the Metropolitan Water District, they're the Sierra snowpack and the Colorado River. I think we all know that climate change has put the Sierra snowpack under real stress, and similarly, there's been a long-term drought in the Southwest that has dried up a lot of the sources for the Colorado River, and there are 6 states fighting over what's left. So I don't think we can rely on external water sources over the next 25 years in the face of a hotter and drier climate. That means we need to be doing more locally to capture stormwater. Up to 40,000 acre-feet of water in rainy years goes out to the ocean through our community. We ought to be capturing more of that. Particularly, that's 150% of our annual use in a normal year. We can capture that, store it, and we can use it in lieu of external water sources. We also need to be replenishing the Raymond Basin underneath us, so it is able to be pumped in dry years. We also have to be more conservative about how many drought years we might have in the future. The document confines itself to 5-year droughts, and yet in the last 100 years, we've had 2 6-year droughts in Southern California. And with climate change, we might have even longer ones in years ahead. That means we also need to be thinking about gray water. Why can't we reuse some of the water that may not be good for drinking, but can certainly water our plants, as well as recycling water? Again, not for drinking water necessarily, but for the landscaping, which consumes actually a significant amount of our water use. And speaking of landscaping, why aren't we continuing to shift to more drought-tolerant landscaping in Southern California? California native plants are beautiful and they're resilient, and we need to wean ourselves off of some of the tropical landscaping that we're used to in Pasadena Gardens. Anyway, I hope that you'll pay attention to this massive document, but more importantly to the implications, because none of us can go very long without water. And so thinking about the next 25 years and making sure we have enough water when we need it is critical.